Hey guys, today I'm going to give you the scoop on water features and explain how they can be used to perform a Feng Shui activation in an activated area.
Make sure to support the channel. You hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the little alert icon so you can be alerted when new videos come out.
Alright guys, to start off today, one of the best things you can do in Feng Shui is to add water to an area. So why is this? Let's go back and rewind a little bit. I wish I could do the little rewind thing, but I don't probably have I don't have the capability. So I wish I could do that little but anyway, one of the things, we're going to rewind it and we're going to take it back a couple thousand years, okay? So here's the scoop. Feng Shui actually originated from what is known as the Burial Book by an author named Wu Po. Modern Feng Shui is actually based on what is the text or the ancient scroll by Wu Po known as the Burial Book. So the Burial Book was actually performed the Feng Shui for burial sites and for burial plots, and to find and tap into auspicious chi flow for the afterlife. And as we all know, like look at the pyramids, even if you look at the graves in Asian countries today, you will see Feng Shui graves, okay? And so the principles from this tapping and finding these auspicious places, these lucky places, come from this text. And one of the definitions that he gives is that chi is scattered by the wind and it converges or gathers on the boundaries of water. And actually, this is where the name Feng Shui comes from. Feng meaning wind and Shui meaning water. Scattered by the wind and gathers in the water. Feng Shui, right? So this is a little bit of the history of where this comes from. So one of the best activations or the way to enhance an area of your home is to actually add a water feature to it. But there's some very important rules, much like everything in Feng Shui, from a classical perspective, that you have to remember or you have to know before you actually try to add these water features, because putting them in the wrong spot can actually activate a really bad thing. So we don't want to do that. So today, let's talk about where to place water features and how they can activate an area. So off the bat, you already know me and how I love to dispel a good myth. So today we're going to look at some myths and some things that you can't really use to activate an area. And the first one is those stupid little tabletop fountains. That might be really, really cute. And they may have a little ball that spins or something like that. This is not enough to activate an area, okay? This is not enough to activate and enhance the area of your home. So let's take those tabletop fountains away. So before I start and get into how exactly you can use these water features or what you can place there, let's look at where you can place it. Again, Feng Shui has a set of rules or guidelines to it. Remember, there's always exceptions to the rules. But for now, as a person that's just coming to Feng Shui and you're maybe watching this video and you think, oh, I've heard I can put water somewhere, let's look at some of these guidelines, okay? As a general rule, water is always placed only in 4 different areas. This is based on a theory, or like a Feng Shui theory, that water is only allowed in these areas. So this is based on a theory called direct and indirect spirit, and where you should see mountains and where you should see water. Remember, again, Feng Shui, mountains and water, okay? And so you should see water in the north, the southeast, the east, or the southwest. And this is based on this direct and indirect theory. So you do not want to place water in an area that you're not supposed to place it in your home. So again, looking at your home, and this is assuming you have laid a compass over your home and you know the general directions of your home. It doesn't have to be really specific, but you can add and enhance the areas of your home. Again, north is because it's the element of water, and southeast is the element of wood. Water feeds into wood, and east is the element of wood, same concept, and southwest is the element of yin, earth, and it's like watering the earth, okay? So one of the best areas, actually, you can probably put water if you want to enhance your assets and your ability to create and hold on to wealth, which is the assets and stuff, you can actually place water in the southwest. I highly recommend placing water in the southwest. What does it look like to place water? So what sort of features can you use? Let's take a look at our external environment. So if you are thinking about placing a water feature such as a pool, a fountain, it has to be a larger outdoor fountain, or maybe you want to install a nice little pond with a little rock sculpture or something, a little waterfall feature or something. These are excellent areas to put outdoor water features in. And so you can enhance it with one of these outdoor water features. Remember, it has to be large enough in relation to the square footage of your home to actually provide that gathering of that chi flow or that energy flow. Okay, it has to be large enough. If you think about it this way, if you have a really large, large space in your home, you wouldn't put out tiny decorations, right? You wouldn't put out little bitty a picture this big or something, right? You wouldn't do that if you have a large wall to decorate. You wouldn't put something small up in the middle of it, right? So because it's not big enough for the space, you understand? And it's like this with water also. You have to have a large amount of water to actually gather that energy. So you can't place a pail of water or something outside and think it's going to activate the area. Some things you can do if you want to activate a yearly energy and just leave it out kind of for the year, what you could do is get a small little pump from your local Tractor Supply or something like that. A lot of times they'll have those outdoor fountain pumps, your local Home Depot or something like that. They'll have those pumps for the fountain. You just get you a little kiddie pool or even a trash can, a large trash can that holds and collects the water, and you just pump the water so it bubbles up a little bit. This is that outdoor water activation you can actually use without having to install a permanent feature if you want to enhance an area for the year. I recommend this most if you know yearly energies and you know what energies you're trying to tap into. Let's look now at indoor water features, okay? Indoor water. You, again, with the relation to the space, you don't want to place a little tabletop fountain, those little tiny things that just have a little bit of water, Don't place these out. Maybe it has a spinning ball. I've seen those at the massage place that I go to. They have a little spinny ball on the machine and just a little tiny fountain. These actually don't activate the area. There's not enough water. Remember, it's just that the energy is converging in the water. So if you just have a small little bit of water in a tabletop fountain, this isn't actually enough to actually activate the area. So, it's cute, you can have it there, but you don't have to worry about where you place the little tabletop fountains. Things you do need to consider the placement of is your fish tank. And maybe an indoor water feature. I've seen people that have a little indoor water wall that, with a little fountain underneath it, really pretty, stuff like that. Or just any sort of indoor fountain or something like that. If as long as it's big enough in relation to the space, it's an excellent activator of chi. So some things you want to note when you are actually doing these water placements is keeping the water out of your bedroom. So it doesn't matter if your bedroom's in the north and you're like, well, I want to activate the area right now or want to enhance the area. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is keep water out of that bedroom. Water in the bedroom, of course, relates to a restless night's sleep, and you want your environment to be restful and conducive to sleep. So water is too active for these areas. The areas you actually want to avoid in your home placing water is the west, just as a general rule, the west, the northwest, the northeast, and the south. So again, with the direct and indirect spirit, but also because south is the element of fire, you don't really want to place water and fire, that's a clash. Northwest and west are actually the element of metal. And so what water does is it's a degenerative cycle to metal. Metal produces water. We don't want it the other way around where we're placing water in an area and it's actually decreasing or degenerating the area we want to feed into the palace. Okay, so again, these are just kind of a general rule. There are exceptions to the rules, but as a general rule, right now we're going to follow this and follow the rules of direct and indirect spirit when we're placing water. If you have questions about water placement, comment below and let's talk about that water placement, okay? You can also join my website, go to the interactive forum there, and we can discuss this more in depth if you would like. Just make a post and we can talk about it, okay? So fengshuibycandice.com. And again, if you found this information valuable, make sure you give me a like and the notify and do all the things that help support the channel, subscribe, right? So all those things. So again, visit my website, fengshuibycandice.com, and I'll catch you guys next week.